This story isn't fiction, it's a mirror. Let's talk about what no one wants to say, but everyone needs to hear. There were three of them, Jide, Femi, and Tolu. They were brothers, not by blood, but by bond. They grew up in the same face me, I face you apartment. They shared clothes, they shared food, and even shared silence. They all came from struggles. No inheritance, no connection, but somehow Jide always saw something more. He would sit under the old mango tree on their streets with a tattered notebook, scribbling startup ideas like a madman, a logistic app for local delivery bikes, a tutoring app for underfunded public schools, and even a home service repair app for neighborhood generators. They laughed, he tried, he failed, he tried again. What was even challenging was that every time the same chorus echoed. Guy, this startup thing no be for people like us o. Abeg, hunger no dey catch you. You think say na dream dey chop? Better go Alaba find work o, because this your tech life na cruise. They weren't trying to be wicked. They were trying to protect him from hope. Oh, but then the real shift started. It didn't begin with a win. It didn't even begin with a decision. It began with frustration. Jide was tired. Tired of noise. Tired of scrolling through videos that screamed grind without offering no direction. Tired of being surrounded by people who didn't want to dream beyond survival. One night, he watched a motivational reel. The one that says, wake up early and reflect before starting your day. And for the first time, he didn't feel motivated. He felt mocked. So he paused it, closed the app and whispered, maybe I don't need more noise. Maybe I need more truth. That same night, he searched story of people who built something from nothing. He didn't find hype. He found real stories. A man who sold sugarcane but now has his own logistic company. A mechanic who started a mobile repair school. A woman who built an online business from a tiny compound. Those stories didn't shout, they spoke. And suddenly, something inside Jide shifted. Not a leap, just a whisper. You don't need permission to grow. That's what made him start waking up early. Not to grind, but to think, to plan, to heal, and to learn. Oh, and that's when everything slowly but truly began. Months passed, and Jide's fourth idea, a logistic app connecting delivery bikes to local shops, began to work. Not viral, but visible. He applied for a 400,000 naira grant from a youth entrepreneurship fund. It wasn't life-changing money, but for Jide, it was oxygen. And the day the approval email came in, he didn't scream, he just smiled quietly. It's not about the money, he said. It's all about the proof that I'm not crazy. But the moment he shared the news with his brothers, something shifted. At first, it was jokes. Elon Musk Jr., Alpha, hope say you go still dey greet us. Make e no enter your head o. And then it turned to silence. Femi stopped replying in the group chats. Tolu unfollowed him on all his social media platforms. And when Jide asked, "Una dey okay?" they replied, "You too busy for us now? No worry." The heartbreak wasn't loud, it was quiet. Because they weren't fighting him, but they were fading away from him. Jide didn't stop. He kept working. He kept showing up. And when he finally organized a free community class titled How to Build From Nothing, guess who didn't show up? Femi and Tolu. That night, Jide sent them a voice note. "I get it. Maybe my growth scares you, but I never wanted to leave you behind. I just didn't want to stay behind with you. If you think I've changed, it's because I've stopped choosing comfort over calling. And if you ever decide to fly, I'll be waiting at the clouds." Do you want to hear the twist? Femi, the loudest critic, applied for the same grant later, but he didn't tell Jide. And when he didn't get it, guess what he told people? That grant na packaging o, na who dem know dem dey give. It wasn't about the grant. It was about the fact that Jide tried and kept trying. But here's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you Jide? Trying, failing, growing, and aspiring beyond the rules that was handed to you? Or are you Femi, silently waiting for someone to fail so you will feel safe? Or maybe Tolu, you don't criticize, but your silence is just as loud. And maybe the other question is this: have you ever been the one holding someone else back just because they were growing faster than you? Think. If this story made you pause, then maybe it's time to talk to yourself. We've now come to the end of the story, but I want you to do me the favor. Subscribe, follow, like, comment, share this video to who you feel needs to hear it. And let's keep touching souls one story at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.